guys, welcome to the Inherited Manor Challenge 2024 edition. This is essentially a quick start guide. I'll go over how to actually get the game started, walk you through fixing up your first room, frequently asked questions, and important parts of the rules. I would not say this is very beginner friendly, but if you've played some Rags to Riches and fixer-upper challenges before, or you're just looking for that next big challenge, this could be exactly what you've been hunting for. So what is the goal of this challenge? Overall, you want to go through with your sim room by room and fix it up. Each room has specific requirements. Once you finish one room, you can move on to the next one. This is similar to mobile games like Lily's Garden, Matchington Mansion, stuff like that. However, the twist this year is you will be moving through each room as its designated occult. So if you've been wanting to play with vampires, mermaids, werewolves, and spellcasters, this is also the challenge for you. So here's this year's backstory. You come from a long line of occult sims. Vampires, mermaids, werewolves, spellcasters all were welcome in your home and present in your bloodline. You are, naturally, the rebel of the family and preferred the company of sims and more modern amenities. After high school, you decided to rid yourself of your occult ties and moved away from the family manor. This process reset your skills and you lost a few memories, but it was worth it to live the normal sim life you'd been dreaming of. Within a month, you hear there was a terrible accident back home and your parents' lives were lost. Your father hadn't written you out of the will as you had expected, so you pack a bag to temporarily move home and decide what to do with the manor. You'll figure you'll sell it to your spellcaster cousin. She's been a bit of a hothead, but always dreamed of a big house, and not getting along as kids is no reason to not act like adults. But wait, why is there a hedge around the property? Why can't you get through it? Why does it smell like smoke? Your cousin and her husband, furious that you were set up to inherit the property, have set a curse on it and destroyed the home in the process. You have two choices. Walk away and let them deal with the aftermath they created, or turn back to the lifestyle of your ancestors and reclaim what's yours. Are the suburbs really worth letting her win this way? Obviously the answer is no. So here's how to set up the game. There are two options, either the save file or the gallery download. Now in order to play with the save file, which is the recommended way, you do have to be on a computer because unfortunately you cannot download other save files onto your Xbox or PlayStation, and you do have to currently have all 5 of the required packs installed. This year those packs are Island Living, Vampires, Werewolves, Realm of Magic, and Paranormal. If any of these packs are missing or you have them disabled for whatever reason, when you load into the save file it will actually undo all of the damage, and since this is a fixer-upper challenge, that kinda defeats the purpose. So make sure you have those packs enabled before you grab the download. Now if any of those don't apply to you, whether you're not on a computer or you don't have all the packs but you still want to play along, there is a gallery setup as well. We're going to go through the save file first and then we'll talk about gallery setup. So here's how to download the save file. In the official rules you can find the link right here. Super easy. Click the link, download, and you're going to want to follow this file path. Go to your Documents, Electronic Arts, Sims 4, Saves. Now, because this is a copy of a save that I already have a slot with this number. If you also somehow have a slot with this number, you'll just need to change one of these numbers. So that would be as easy as me changing this 4 to a 5 or a 0 or whatever. And now I'm good to go. I can save the file. Once that file has been saved, you can open your game. Once you're in your main menu, you'll click Load Game over here. It should be the most recent one. It'll say Inherited Manor Challenge 2024. It will highlight the Sparks household. This is your hothead cousin and her husband who burned the manor down, so we don't like them, but they are in the world. You can decide if you want to repair that relationship or not. Obviously, I have a lot of these because I've been setting this game up. You will only have one. My game looks a little bit different, but don't worry about it. Just click play. Now, if you have seasons installed, seasons was not required for the save file, so the season that you start in is up to you. Please note you will be stuck outside your house for a few days, so you probably want to pick something a little bit warmer. I'm going to go with summer today. Now, the manor itself is in Forgotten Hollow, which is the world that came with vampires, and it's right here on the hill next to the graveyard. Of course it is. As we load into the lot, you can see that there is in fact a hedge blocking you from pretty much everything. I have provided a little pea bush there, so if you have werewolves, that bush should show up. Other than that though, you're kind of screwed. Inside, everything is burned to a crisp. There's soot all over the floor, there are damages, there are more hedges blocking off certain areas. If this furniture is not burned, then that means your save file couldn't load properly and you're missing or have disabled one of the packs. Exit out of it, delete that save file, check your settings in the EA app, make sure none of your packs are disabled, and then go and download the save file again. It should look like this. And that's how you set it up using the save file. What if you cannot use the save file and you need to use the gallery download? No worries, let's go over that now. So the lot name is IMC2024. 2024, and this is what it will look like. Of course, it will list the required packs. If you don't have one of these packs, all it's going to do is replace some of the items with items from the base game. So if you're missing a pack, you can definitely still play the challenge. Your manor just might look a little different. You might have some different wallpapers, a couple of different windows. By and large, you'll still be able to play the challenge if you're missing one or two of the packs. Now, this particular one is on my library, not the gallery, because the challenge hasn't launched yet, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about that. It will be on the gallery under gallery ID Salmon Bean. Now, you can place this on any 40 by 30 lot. If you have vampires, of course, that would be recommended, but if you don't have vampires or you just really hate the world for whatever reason, you can place it wherever you may need to. For demonstration purposes, let's just go ahead and build on this lot over here in Newcrest. So I would open my gallery and I would search in the gallery for IMC 2024, IMC 2024. Again, this is my library, but you're going to take this one and build the lot. Place it as furnished so that the furniture and landscaping that stuck around does stay. And now when we load into the lot, you're going to notice most of the differences inside. So the burn damage does not stay on the gallery. So you can see the soot on the floor is gone and all the burned furniture is gone. I did remove all the burned furniture for the gallery upload so that you'd start on as close to the same foot as the save file players as you could, and you don't have the benefit of all that furniture being restored for you already. Whether you're playing with the save file or the gallery download, now we have to actually get our sim moved in. So what I'm going to do is click this handy little button down here, create new household to move in. Now you can use a sim off the gallery, or you can use a sim that you create here and create a sim fresh for the challenge, but there are a few things that we have to make sure of. The sim must be a young adult. They must not be an occult, so just a normal old sim. You can have whatever aspiration, traits, likes, and dislikes you want, except no bonus traits and no skills. Of course, the manor is a little bit too expensive, so press Ctrl-Shift-C or the other controls on the screen to open your cheat bar and type in free real. Oh, I always type this wrong. Hang on. Jeez. All right, this is what it should look like. You'll get the confirmation. All the lots will be green. Hip hip hooray. So just move in like so. Remember, select furnished. Also, my sim from the gallery always loads in as really having to pee for whatever reason, so we're just going to go ahead and use that bush that we do have access to. Apparently I have level 1 in every skill. I have no idea how or why that happened, so that's cool. Anyway, really close to being done with setup, so the last couple things you have to do are press Ctrl-Shift-C again and set your money to 0, as this is a Rags to Riches challenge. So you should just be able to type in money 0, hit enter, all your money will go away. And if you want to add lot challenges, now is the time to do so. If you want to increase the challenge, or if you want to make up for not having all the burn damage if you're playing from the gallery download, you might want to add something like filthy, grody, cursed. You can add as many or as few as you want. You can also add some lot traits if you want. Of course, you're limited to just 3. You can also have whatever lifespan settings you want, any season length settings you want. You can adjust the holidays. You can change pretty much any setting in the game you want. You just really have to start with a fresh, young adult sim who's not an occult, no bonus skills. Of course, you can purchase bonus skills and everything out of the aspiration rewards later, just you can't start with them. And your sim has to stay living on this lot the whole time. That's pretty much the gist of the gameplay settings. Of course, we can't get in yet because there's a hedge blocking the door. Oh, that's the one other thing you have to do. So for me, my doors aren't staying locked, so you should be locking this door for everyone so that your sim can't actually get out the back of the kitchen here. That should have stayed when I uploaded it, but it's not, so maybe it'll stay for you, I don't know. But that door should be locked, so make sure that door is locked. That's on EA though, okay? That one is on EA. Anyway, now we can't get in, so let's start talking about the gameplay. To enter the manor, you must become a vampire. Each section has a designated occult, which you can see on the maps. You'll begin by transforming your sim into a vampire, completing the rooms in order in the vampire section of the manor, then reverting back to a normal sim before transitioning into a mermaid to fulfill the requirements of the next section of the house, so on with werewolves and spellcasters. If you don't have the next pack, so like let's say you're playing this without island living, then you would just continue the mermaid section as a vampire before transitioning into a werewolf to go upstairs. So step 1 is to become a vampire. Now the best way to do this is to track down a vampire, become friends with them, and convince them to turn you into a vampire. This is all answered in the frequently asked questions area as well. However, just to show you guys how to get in and everything, I'm going to be using cheats. I don't recommend using cheats. I just have a limited time frame to record this video. I am now a vampire who has been struck by lightning. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, now that I'm a vampire, I can go into build mode and get rid of this first hedge here. And just bada bing, bada boom. Don't worry about that little bit of money. You can keep it. Maybe you sold the hedge to somebody, I don't know. So now that we're in the house, we have to start in the entryway and get all of these goals met. That includes cleaning the floors, throwing away all the piles of ash, replacing or repairing all of our furniture, and then making sure that we hit the simoleon requirements for the room. You can still access the other vampire areas as a vampire, you just can't clean them or fix them or anything. So I could use this bathtub because it's not broken, but I can't actually clean the bathroom until I get to that room. Now, if you'd rather not play like that and you really just want to keep your Sims stuck to whatever room they're in, that is a really fun way to play. It requires a little bit more micromanaging, or you just go into build mode and delete the arches and doors, and then replace them when you're done with the room. Other optional hard mode gameplay is, you'll notice these photos around, is to recreate these photos exactly. So identify exactly what is in the photo and replicate it. That includes wallpaper, flooring, sculptures, windows, paintings, light fixtures, all that jazz. Some of them are just in the base game and easy to get, like this statue here. Some of them, like this art stand in the coat closet, it's a career unlock item, but I'll leave it up to you if you want to get it off the gallery, get it through the career unlock, or just not play hard mode. Now, to address some questions you may have at this point, can you add furniture that's not like entryway furniture? You absolutely can. For example, my sim is gross. I'd really like to take a shower. So what I can do is, if I have the money for it, of course, grab a shower, place it in here, and go ahead and take a shower. However, if I don't want that to be a permanent part of the entryway, I'll just have to remove it before I count the room as completed. Other things you can remove or leave include these decals. They're not worth anything, so if you keep them or remove them, it doesn't affect anything financially. Also, you can feel free to replace wallpapers, floors, replace anything, so long as you hit all the requirements for the room. Now, I've been hinting at the requirements for a while now, so let's talk about what they actually are, shall we? For the entryway, the required items are 2 Knight of the Octagon table statues, at least 1 living chair, at least 1 rug, at least 1 accent table, and 2 wall decorations. We already have a living chair, we have an accent table, so we need the octagon statues, a rug, oh, and we also have this wall decoration already, so we still need 1 more wall decoration, a rug, and those knight statues. And whatever else, of course, I may want to put in here. Now, I'm feeling like this is a pretty decent room, but in order for it to be truly completed, we have to hit the 25,000 simoleon goal, and to check that, select the room while you're in build mode, and click this Save to Library button. You're going to click Save Room, and you're going to check right here to see if it is at or above 25,000 simoleons. It is, which means I'm now done with the entryway. Room 1 of the challenge completed. How exciting. So at this point, since this room is done, I would move on to the next one, which is the coat closet, so on and so forth. Now, let's just pretend that all these rooms are done so that we can talk about how to transition between different occult forms. Obviously, I'm a vampire right now. I don't want to be a vampire anymore, I want to be a mermaid. It's a whole ordeal. If at any point you are stuck, unable to transform, and whatever, you can use cheats, however, they will cost you. The first transformation will cost 10,000 simoleons, the second one is 25, and it'll double from there. You can use a calculator and the money amount cheat to settle the balance. To follow the rules appropriately, I would have to pay 10,000 simoleons to transform myself back into a human. If you have MCCC, this makes it so easy. MC cheats, occult cheats, vampire cheats. Oh no. Future me jumping in to explain the whole occult shifty thing. If you have MC Command Center, it's of course in here. I just couldn't find it while I was recording the first time. But if you go into Sim Commands and Occult Commands, you can humanize the Sim, or Sim Commands, Occult Commands, turn them into whatever thing. And MCCC, as always, is here to save the day. Well, since that's not working, I'm going to do the next best thing, which is go on the gallery, search for Vampire Cure, and go ahead and give that a little drink. I will do Control-Shift-C again and type in money, and then I have 30,204, so I'll be 20,204. That'll remove 10,000, and I shouldn't be a vampire anymore. I said I shouldn't be a vampire anymore. Why do I? Okay. Love that for us. I may have cheated a little bit too close to the sun. Well, hopefully that was still helpful to some extent, even if it didn't work for me. It should work for you. There should be no reason that doesn't work for you. Okay, well, anyway, once you become a mermaid, you can then unlock this back door and get rid of these hedges and explore the mermaid area. The full rules and maps and everything are again linked down below in the video description. I highly recommend checking those out because they're not prone to bugs. They're just text files. So easy. Oh, and speaking of mods, mods are of course allowed. However, I would ask that you respect the challenge and not do anything too crazy. No multi-million-dollar child support payments, something like that. Speaking of child support, let's go into some of the frequently asked questions. Can you get married? Absolutely. exactly. The rules about getting married are your spouse and children must live on the lot with you. Your children can move out when they are teens or young adults if you want them to, but they must stay on the lot until then. And your spouse, regardless of their occult, can only access areas your main sim has unlocked. So if I'm in my mermaid phase and I'm being a mermaid and fixing up my little mermaid house and I marry a werewolf, they still cannot access the werewolf area until your sim transitions out of a mermaid, transforms into a werewolf, and then unlocks the second floor. What happens if your sim dies? Great question. Definitely a risk. Find or create a fresh sim and pick up where you left off. Use a child or use the spouse. Can you change the room requirements? No. So keep the room requirements, but you can add additional little things like the shower we talked about earlier if you feel you need to. Just remember to remove it before you count that room as finished. Can you sell stuff in the house already for money if it's not damaged? You can sell or replace whatever is in the current room. You can't sell a chair from the office to get money for the kitchen, etc. If you find yourself saying, the save file's broken and loaded into a household, it's not the right lot, it's not the right world, and so on, you're just on the wrong lot and loaded into the wrong household. It's fine. Go to Manage Worlds and click the right lot. You're good to go. Can you change lifespan, season length, whatever? You can change whatever you want in the gameplay settings, so long as it's not prohibited elsewhere in the rules. Also, what counts as a piece of art your sim makes for the gallery? As a werewolf, you will have to fill up the art gallery with some of your own pieces. Anything that your sim can actually manage the quality of or has a hand in creating, good to go. Photographs, paintings, sculptures, all that stuff absolutely counts. Finding posters and snow globes in City Living does not count. Do you have to hit the simoleon requirement exactly? That is way too much math. No, just as long as you hit it and then go over a little bit, that's fine. Can you add lot traits and challenges? Absolutely. Can you purchase traits from the reward store? Yes, you just can't start with any of those traits. Are there more challenges like this? Yes, this is the 4th version. We have 2 other multi-pack versions and 1 base game version, and next year we'll be doing another base game only Inherited Manor challenge, so make sure that you join the Discord if you want more information on that. There are separate chat channels for each of the challenges, so when you go into roles, grab whatever challenge you're working on so that you can access those channels. You can ask questions, share highlights, share screenshots. Now that I've only tried to record this video 4 separate times, I think we have all the information in it that we need. I hope you guys have as much fun playing this challenge as I had creating it, and I look forward to hearing your updates very soon. Bye!